All right, Blake, so the biggest debate I think with us anyway, as far as what we receive in DMs or on social media, is the whole argument between certified versus qualified. Does a welder have to have certifications to go out and get a job?
I'm gonna say no.
Right, and I agree.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to be certified to go get a weld job. Matter of fact, you're gonna have to take a weld test when you show up. 100%. So then why does the Kentucky Welding Institute certify their students? A couple good reasons, I feel like. Well, one, the American Welding Society pretty much governs anything welding in the United States of America. AWS, top dog. A lot of your code books are written there. If you're getting hired by a company to look someone out or QC that, then you're probably going to be a certified welding inspector. That's done through the American Welding Society. So I guess if I was going to be a school in the welding industry, I would want to climb the ladder and be as good as I could with whatever agency was governing all of welding in the United States. So why wouldn't you want to climb the ladder with the American Welding Society? And doing that is to become an accredited testing facility. So the KWI is an accredited testing facility, which means that the American Welding Society, we have their stamp of approval. We do things right. Their high standards are what we adhere to or exceed. So our shop is designed with the American Welding Institute specs in mind. Our booths are the correct spec. Our machines are calibrated annually for their amperage rates. Like everything we do is for a reason, and that's to adhere to the American Welding Society. So that's number one, that you'd want to be a part of or associated with the big dog in the agency, and that's the American Welding Society. Number two, I feel like, and you were a product of Kentucky Welding Institute, you were certified, rolling out to your first job. How did you feel knowing essentially that you had your driver's license, your certification in your pocket, driving to that weld test?
I mean, it just makes you feel more at ease knowing that you've already accomplished it. You've just got to show your stuff basically, but you know you can do it because you've got the cert in hand. You've passed all the specs needed to pass that test.
And other guys can say the same thing. Hey, I passed the test, so I passed the test just like you. But again, to what standard? You don't know. It's questionable. If you're going to a school in Oklahoma or Texas or Arkansas, it doesn't matter. If you're going to a school that doesn't certify you, then you're doing things to their standard, not the standard of the American Welding Society. And I promise you, the jobs are QCing you according to a code book, typically are governed by the American Welding Society. Even your ASME, your API 1104, all those things still fall under the umbrella of the AWS because they are QC'd by a certified welding inspector. So as a CWI, you're a CWI as well. We interpret those code books and then we enforce those specs or those policies according to the letter of the law in that code book. So why wouldn't you want to be certified? I guess you can drive a truck or a car on the interstate without a driver's license, Blake. But it'd probably feel better, at least about getting pulled over if you've got your driver's license in your pocket. Same way with that certification. Do you have to have one? Absolutely not, but I don't know why you wouldn't want to. There's only two good reasons I can think of why a school would not go ahead and certify their students. If they're that good, why aren't they certifying their students? Only two reasons I can think of. Like one, maybe that school doesn't respect the American Welding Society, I guess, because AWS is proud of their certifications. Heck, Stephanie Hoffman was here at our weld contest a couple months ago, and she bragged up, the American Welding Society and their certification package and how they do business. That's good stuff. So maybe your school doesn't respect AWS. I don't know. Or maybe they're just trying to, I guess, save money on you. So if you're going to a school that costs less than KWI, then hats off to you, I guess. They're saving you some money by not certifying you because it is expensive. We incur costs. Those auditors have to come up and audit the Kentucky Welding Institute annually. Every 3 years, we get an extensive audit to make sure that all our paperwork is right, that we are QCing and giving weld tests, administering those to the standard that AWS puts out. But we think it's necessary, and that money in our tuition goes back to those students in the way of certifications, not just the American Welding Society. But if you come to KWI, you're also going to get a Basic Plus card, a CCS toxicology card, your CPR and first aid card, your OSHA 30, your CCO certification for rigor and signal, and your NCCER blue card. All of this certification package is expensive.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're going to a school that doesn't offer these, my gut is telling me the reason they're saying that certifications aren't important because they're taking your tuition and putting it in the bank. I mean, they're not investing back in you, and we think that's important because in order for you to be us to be successful, you need to be successful. So Blake, that's my argument. I think you feel the same way as far as do you just want to be qualified by any old school in the nation, or do you want to come out of school with certifications in your pocket, that confidence boost that Blake was talking about, and go to work?
And even going to these jobs, you're either going to weld test on the site with the CWI that's been tested to the AWS or at an accredited testing facility off-site that goes by the same standard as what KWI is going by right now.
Now, I know if you're going to school right now, you're thinking, well, heck, this piece of paper that they're holding up there at KWI, that's the qualification sheet, and I'm getting the same thing from my school, and it's got their stamp on it, so that looks official. You're absolutely right. That does look official. The only step that they're missing is sending this to Miami, Florida for you and getting you your certification card. So again, I'm asking you, why are they giving you this piece of paper if it's not important? The only thing they're doing is saving you the money of not investing in you and getting you your certification card. So I'm challenging you to tell me why on earth a school would not certify their students if they're to the caliber that the American Welding Society accepts and respects. So pick a school that's going to invest back in you. Our certification package, if you combine it with our gear package that we're giving you tools, $4,500, Blake, is what's retailing back in your pocket if you come to the Kentucky Welding Institute. So come where you can get certified. Come to KWI.